It's a free space.
No.
Jeopardy!
Alright, we're going to attempt to run at Jeopardy for the PS3. After all this time I've played this game on my channel, I never started a run. Well, let's see if I can.
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Foreign words and phrases. Truman Capote. Manimal. States of the Union. Steve Martin movies. And missing body
Foreign
parts.
words and phrases 200.
Where do we begin? Before a trip, it's proper to wish someone bon this, whether they're traveling by ship or not.
What is voyage?
It's player 1. Yes.
Foreign words and phrases 400.
In many places of business, no zapatos, no service. Zapatos being Spanish for these.
What are shoes?
Let's hear it, player 1.
Foreign words and phrases for 600.
You get
I'll do 1,000.
answer. It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. The clue, Italian for to the tooth. It's how to order your pasta if you want it a little firm.
What is al dente?
That puts you even further ahead.
Foreign words and phrases 800.
You again. Seize the day, I tell you, but do it with this Latin phrase.
What is carpe diem?
Let's hear it, player 1. Yes.
Foreign words and phrases 1,000.
Player 1. Here's Jimmy from our Clue Crew with the clue.
Locomotives with a 282 wheel configuration are called this type, an old name for the Emperor of Japan.
Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Mikado?
That's correct.
Manimal 200.
You get to pick again, player 1. Rudyard Kipling story. One of these animals saves a family from a deadly cobra.
What is a mongoose?
It's player 1. Right.
Manimal 400.
Player 1. A rhesus or a macaque?
What's a monkey?
It's player 1. That's correct.
Manimal 600.
Please, of the 3 animals on Ontario, Canada's coat of arms, the one that fits the category.
Tiger.
Yes, player 1.
What is a moose?
Correct.
Manimal 800.
Player 1. The scarlet species of this tropical flyer is known for its brilliant plumage and strong voice. Okay, player 1.
What is a macaw?
Good.
Manimal 1000.
So we're sure you'll just love Ondatra zebethicus, this rodent. It's player 1.
What is a... I'll say what is a muskrat.
Right you are.
Let's go with missing body parts for 200.
Select again. This assassin's 3rd, 4th, and 5th vertebrae aren't in a Baltimore cemetery. They're at the National Museum of Health and Medicine. Okay, player 1.
Who is John Wilkes Booth? Missing body parts 400.
Player 1. An American urologist is said to own a very important part of this French leader who died on May 5th, 1821.
Who is Napoleon?
Yes, player 1?
Bonaparte.
Good.
Missing body part 600.
You again. This Lord Protector's body was once buried in Westminster Abbey. It's believed his head is buried in Cambridge.
Who is Horatio
Player 1?
Nelson? No. Lord, okay. Who is... I'll say who is Thomas More.
Oh,
No.
Any other takers? Yes, player 3?
Is it Thomas Cromwell?
No.
Oliver Cromwell.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player 2. Right. Where do we begin? Player 2. General Lee said, "He has lost his left arm, which was buried in Elwood, Virginia, but I have lost my right arm." Yes, player 1?
Who is Stonewall Jackson?
Right.
Missing body parts 1,000.
Player 1? P.T. Barnum didn't have his actress's leg to stand on when she refused his $10,000 offer for it. Yes, player 1?
Who is Sarah Bernhardt?
Correct.
A States of the Union 200.
You again, player 1. Here's Sarah with the clue.
This state's flag, featuring the Big Dipper, was designed by a 13-year-old Aleut boy.
What is Alaska?
Player 1?
States of the Union 400.
With a population of about 120,000, Columbia is this state's most populous city.
What is South Carolina?
It's player 1. Correct.
States of the Union 600.
Player 1. Mississippi and it have the shortest coasts on the Gulf of Mexico, only about 50 miles apiece.
What is Alabama?
Yes, player 1? Right.
States of the Union 800.
Player 1. This state has the highest average altitude of any state east of the Mississippi. Must be pretty mountainous. Player 1?
What is Vermont? Foop.
Any other takers? Okay, player 3?
West Virginia?
That's
Oh, yeah.
Great, you're back into it now. Player 3, you start. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase were these title characters of a 1986 comedy.
What is the Three Amigos?
Okay, player 1. That's right. Way to go.
Steve Martin Movies 400.
In Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Steve Martin told him, "Those aren't pillows."
Who is John Candy?
It's player 1. Good.
Steve Martin Movies 600.
Select this 1987 comedy in which Steve played Fire Chief C.D. Bales was based on Cyrano de Bergerac.
What is Roxanne?
Let's hear it, player 1. Good for you.
Steve Martin Movies 800.
Please. Steve Martin and Bonnie Hunt are the parents of an extremely large brood in this 2003 remake.
What is Cheaper by the Dozen?
Let's hear it, player 1. Correct.
Steve Martin Movies 1000.
Player 1. Steve Martin, Owen Wilson, and Jack Black are competitive birders in this 2011 comedy.
What
Let's hear it, player 1.
is the Big Year?
Good. You get Tears were shed when the Teddy Bear Museum in Naples in this state closed its doors forever in 2005.
What is Florida?
Player 1? Yes.
Truman Capote 200.
Please pick again. Capote was born Truman Streckfus Persons, September 30th, 1924, in this southern U.S. city. It's player 1.
What is Atlanta?
No.
Foop.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Hey, Tiger.
Okay, player 3.
Memphis?
No.
New Orleans.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, player 2. Yep. Player 2, start us. She's the lead character in Capote's Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yes, player 1.
Who is Holly Golightly? 600.
A lot of clue. He won an Oscar for playing Truman in Capote. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Philip Seymour Hoffman?
That's correct.
800.
Capote invites the world's greatest detectives to his house for a contest in this 1976 film spoof. Yes, player 1.
What is the Chief Detective? No.
Anyone else? Here's what we wanted. Murder by death.
Oh, okay, now the last clue.
Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Capote gained fame with this otherworldly 1948 novel about a teenager in a crumbling southern mansion. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Other Voices, Other Rooms?
Yes. Player 3, you're going first in the Double Jeopardy round when we return. We start the Double Jeopardy categories with this one. Metals. American history. The Fabulous 50s. Fictional characters. Beastly expressions. And the Vatican. Player 3, start us. When the British approached, the Concord militia didn't know about the skirmish at this place earlier that day. Player 1.
What is what is Lexington?
Correct.
American History 800.
Player 1. World War I sales of Liberty V's, whose posters showed the statue, raised more than $15 billion. It's player 1.
What are coins?
No.
Ah, food.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. Bonds.
All right, 1200 American History.
You didn't want to make the mistake of following the South instead of the North Platte on this pioneer trail.
What is the Oregon Trail?
Yes, player 1.
American History 1600.
Player 1. The U.S. supplied materiel to its allies during World War II through this 1941 Congressional Act. It's player 1.
What is the War Powers Act?
Ooh, that's incorrect. Anyone else? The correct response is Lend-Lease.
Okay, American History 2000.
Player 1. Here's Kelly. She'll show you.
This World War II general's private carriage is on display at Wisconsin's National Railroad Museum.
Who is D-Mac?
Okay, player 1. Sorry.
No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player 2.
Okay.
All right, let's get back into this.
Fabulous
Player
50s 400.
2 has control. Elementary, my dear Watson. Leslie Howard's son Ronald played him on a 1954 TV series.
Who is,
Let's hear it, player 1.
Sherlock Holmes.
Good. All right. A series of nightmares that C.S. Lewis had about these animals inspired him to write his first Narnia book.
Water lions.
Player one. You got it.
1200.
Player one. There's it. One of the daily
Split it all.
And you have the clue. This future U.S. First Lady went to England to cover Queen Elizabeth II's coronation for the Washington Times Herald.
I will say who is... Oh, gosh. I'll just say Jacqueline Kennedy.
That puts you even.
Yeah! 1600.
Player one. This actor hit the top 40 with the song Moonlight Swim. A few years later, he went psycho.
Who is Anthony Perkins?
Let's hear it, player one.
2000.
Player one. Cary Grant's wife, Betsy Drake, survived the 1956 sinking of this ocean liner. Okay, player one.
What is the Andrea Doria?
Yep.
Beastly Expressions 400.
You again, player Curiosity killed this animal.
What's a cat?
Let's hear it, player one. Oh.
Beastly Expressions 400.
Player one.
800.
Cheers, Norm said it was this kind of world, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear.
What is Dog Eat Dog?
Player one. Yep.
Beastly Expressions 1200.
Player one. To look guilty but smug is to look like the cat that ate this bird. It's player one.
What is the canary?
Correct.
Beastly Expressions for 16.
Player one. To cry these is to show insincere sorrow.
What are crocodile tears?
Let's hear it, player one. You are correct.
Beastly Expressions 2000.
Please. This porcine phrase refers to something of undetermined value as a purchase. Okay, player one.
What is Pig in a Poke?
That is correct.
Fictional characters 400.
We return in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Lucy gets into an old wardrobe and discovers this magical land.
What is Narnia?
Okay, player one. Good for you.
Fictional characters 800.
Player one. Snip, Snap, and Snurr, who star in a series of books, are brothers from this Scandinavian country.
What is Sweden?
Player one. That is correct.
Fictional characters for 1200.
In the Grimm tale, The 12 Dancing Princesses, 12 sisters dance so much that they wear out these every night.
What are shoes?
Yes, player one. That's correct.
Fictional characters for 1600.
This orphan befriends a goat herd named Peter when she's sent to live with her grandfather in the Swiss Alps.
Who's Heidi?
Okay, player one.
Fictional characters 2000.
Please. She's the title heroine of Green Gables in a classic 1908 book.
Who is Anne?
Yes, player one. Right.
Medals 400.
You get to pick again. Pricier than gold, it's the metal of Jennifer Lopez's albums and of her earrings at the premiere of El Cantante.
What is platinum?
Let's hear it, player one. Yes.
Medals 800.
So, Sarah?
By studying seismic waves, scientists concluded that the Earth is made up of 4 layers: the crust, mantle, a liquid outer core, and a solid inner core, made mainly of this metal.
Yes, player one.
I will say what is aluminum.
Sorry, that's... Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. Iron.
Oh. Medals for 1200.
Player one. Antimony gives strength and hardness to this metal, so you don't have those mushy bullets. It's player one.
What is lead? 1600.
Player one.
9600.
Sir, the second daily double. You are in the lead right now. How much? The clue. Brass is an alloy of copper and this. The more this, the less malleable.
What is tin?
However, you keep your lead. Here's the response we were looking for. Zinc.
Oh well. 2000.
Player one. To withstand the pressure over 14,000 feet down, the submersible Alvin's hull is this metal, about 2 inches thick. Yes, player one?
What is titanium?
That's right, way to go.
400.
Player one. Crispin of Viterbo was the first one of these created by John Paul II. It's player one.
What is a bishop?
No. Any other takers? We're talking about a saint.
Oh yeah, 800.
You may not use cell phones or felt-tip pens when researching in the secret these. It's player one.
What are catacombs?
No, that's not right. Any other takers? Player two.
Vault, no.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Let's hear it, player three. That's right, way to go. Player three, you're in command of the board as we continue right now. The four papal these churches include St. Peter's and St. John Lateran.
What are cathedrals?
Yes, player one?
No.
Any other takers? Here's what we were looking for. Basilicas.
Oh, basilicas, that's right.
Player three, you pick again, please. The Inventario Manoscritti room is part of this Vatican building. Player one?
Wow.
That's incorrect. Any other takers?
Haven't gotten a clue right in this category.
Here's the correct response. The library. And now the $2,000 clue. The faithful can make offerings via cash or credit card to the fund called This Man's Pence. It's player one. No.
Yeah, I got every clue wrong in that category.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct
Oh, well.
response?
Good thing there were no daily doubles in that category.
The correct response is Peter.
Okay.
Good game. All of you will continue on to play Final Jeopardy when we return. Consider your wagers carefully as you think on this category. World authors. So, what's your wager? Let's take a look at that Final Jeopardy clue right now. In 1898, he wrote, "As for the persons I have accused, they are embodiments of social malfeasance." Did you come up with the correct response?
You picked Emile Zola.
How much do you have?
Oh, I put Oscar Wilde. Oh well.
What did you say? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? What did you put as your response? And
But I still won the game with 25,600, and it's enough to start a run.
Congratulations to you.
Yay! And I will see you all for that next video. Catch you later, everybody.